it's going to be a little scattered, but let me just start somewhere. So I grew up, like Scott did, in a family who was very close-knit. We went to church. My grandmother was the matriarch, and I loved her very much. I went to a great school. I went to Stratford. I teach at Stratford. I graduated from the University of Georgia. My dream was to either be a nurse, to be a flight attendant, or be a teacher. I became a flight attendant, which I did for 13 years, based in New York City. I've been a teacher for 16 years. I still want to be a nurse, but I think I'm too old. I'm 50 now, so I know, but I don't have the financial things to go do that. But so anyway, I lived in New York for 13 years, and I too, like Scott, had like a wild party lifestyle, and I knew I needed to come home, and I did. I started teaching in New York, and I came back and my best friend killed himself. And for 6 years, when I moved back, I was all alone, looking for somebody, you know, through all the same sites you were all looking at, and I met Scott. It wasn't meant to be a permanent thing, I don't think. And, but the minute I saw him, I knew it was permanent. He stayed for a while. He'll tell you a story. I said, I bought you a toothbrush. And he never left. And 9 years later, we're still together. 3 years ago, we got married on New Year's Eve. And it's been the biggest light of my life. He's my biggest support. It's been a long 2 weeks with my mother. She collapsed on Thanksgiving at his family's house making a plate in Barnesville, and I brought her back. She went home for 12 hours, and she's still in the hospital in the cardiac care unit. She code blued while getting a heart cath, and she just got a pacemaker and defibrillator, and she's great. Yes. And she is the light of my life. Is that about right? You talk about light and being thankful and all this other stuff, but when something like that happens to you on Thanksgiving Day and during this time of the year and season, it creates a whole new light in your life and what you should be thankful for, and everything else is secondary. I'm thankful for Scott. He does so much for everybody, including me. And I don't always say how much I'm thankful, but I am. I'm thankful for my mother being the light of my life. And know that everything, there's a higher power that's there, that's the biggest light of all. And I've learned that in the last 2 weeks, that there's somebody bigger taking care of us. And it's just a little impromptu. I just felt like I needed to get that off. And I thank Scott for everything he does.